in an exclusive Connecticut neighborhood.
These portions of break direct contact with a human head.
A celebration and a deadly aftermath.
It was a very complex, baffling crime scene.
We follow the blood smear along this driveway.
Another mysterious trail of evidence tests the forensic mind of Dr. Henry Lee. Police were called to the wealthy community of Easton, Connecticut by John Hublinger. He told police he woke up in the middle of the night and discovered his wife was missing. He said he found her dead in the woods near his house and that he carried her back inside. But Dr. Lee discovered two trails, one which went into the house and another going away from it.
When we walk into living room, everything is quiet. The whole air looks like frozen. Only on the sofa have a large pool of blood, which consistent with Mr. Hublinger's statement, he carried her body back.
But the amount of the blood on the cushions indicated to Dr. Lee that Mrs. Hublinger was killed here while lying on the sofa. The medical examiner later confirmed that Eileen died from strangulation and deep cranial trauma as a result of being hit on the head with a blunt object, which resulted in massive bleeding.
And also the injury gave me a square corner.
He suggested they search for a small, heavy object, perhaps a brick from the driveway or one from the newly built wishing well.
The water was very, very clear, right at the edge, and there was some blood on the rocks near, a very small amount of blood on the rocks was a brick.
Detectives collected the brick and other evidence and brought them to Dr. Lee's lab for microscopic examination of the trace transfers on the surface. In the lab, the brick yielded more clues. Algae present in the pond, as well as hair fragments that may have come from Eileen Hublinger.
I'm pulling some blood to represent a bloody surface. Then I use this brake. Right. The cast off is on the back. The coffee table, on the side of the table, have about 50 individual blood drops. But those cast off items just cannot be explained by carrying a body.
The animation illustrates Dr. Lee's theory. Did a brick produce the blood cast-off around the victim's body? If the killer approached the sofa and hit the victim 3 to 4 times with a brick, the animation clearly shows that the blood would travel in the direction Dr. Lee surmised. John Hublinger's story had started to fall apart. But there was still something missing. They found it when Dr. Lee examined some clothing left to dry on the back deck.
The t-shirt have a washed pattern. It's diluted blood with some green algae-like material adhere on the surface.
The wet t-shirt was taken to the lab for microscopic examination. Dr. Lee found bloodstains that had been diluted in water containing a specific type of algae, the same kind of algae present in the Hublinger pond. He concluded that whoever was wearing the t-shirt was probably the same person who placed the brick in the pond. Investigators soon discovered that the t-shirt matched the one John Hublinger was wearing, the same size and make as those found in his bedroom bureau. The forensic facts detailed by Henry Lee convinced 2 juries that John Hublinger killed his wife.
My responsibility as an investigator is to recover individual scientific fact, to put together, then present the fact to the court of law, to the judge, to the jury. It's district attorney's responsibility to introduce the motive, the scientific fact, and to link to somebody.